Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about the Dallas Cowboys beating the Las Vegas Raiders. 33-16 reaction, a dominant win as I expected. Shitty Raiders team, take care of business, get the win, it's all that matters. To get to 4-5-1 on the season. Start of a tough schedule coming up, so this is really a must-win game. Because you have such a tough schedule coming up. They have the Eagles. I know the Chiefs aren't the Chiefs of old, but they're still the Chiefs. They have Detroit. They have the Vikings, the Chargers. They got a really tough schedule coming up. So this was really a must-win. Try and get some momentum. You know, you got a bunch of new players defensively. Well, DeMarvion Overshown isn't new. This is just his season debut coming back from the knee injury. You have Siobhan Rebel Jr., Logan Wilson, Quentin Williams. He makes a huge difference to this defense. I know the Raiders' offensive line is shit, but Quentin Williams is legit really good. All-pro. People really thought this trade didn't make sense when the Cowboys needed a defensive tackle who is elite for multiple years. He's going to be here for multiple years. But Quentin Williams was really good. Donovan Ezraku, though, before they got Quentin Williams, he was really the only bright spot kind of on the defensive line, and he continues to be good. He's really started to come along. You know, the start of the season wasn't great, but he's really started to come along these last few games, is really the bright spot defensively. And the interior pressure is helping too. And I know the Raiders' offensive line is bad, but Quentin Williams really helps his defensive line, and also Donovan Ezraku really been the bright spot for the Quentin Williams. And then interior pressure from Quentin Williams is really going to help too. I think even against the Eagles and other teams they could help. Quentin Williams probably just had the best game by a Cowboys defensive tackle in, I don't know how long. He looked like he was driving two linemen into Gino's lap every drop back. I know that sounds like a hyperbole, and I understand how bad that offensive line is because they're bad. But he was dominant from really start to finish. Dak had a really good game. After those first two drives, first one they went 3 and out because they didn't have CD or Pickens on the field because of a coach's decision. They must have stayed out too late or something. And then the offense was great. They couldn't stop George Pickens. CeeDee Lamb dropped an open touchdown. It wasn't a great throw either when he was open. But George Pickens had a great game. Obviously, Javonte Williams had another really good game, continuing his great year. Just enjoying the game tonight. George Pickens, though, phenomenal. 9 catches, 144 yards, a touchdown. George Pickens, they got to bring him back. Because he's been so damn good this year. I mean, he's just so tough to bring down as well. I think every time he caught it, he was getting, like, multiple yards after the catch because the Raiders couldn't tackle him. That touchdown, one touchdown he had was just too easy. So he's damn good. You know, the Steelers are searching for a receiver too. Well, they traded him away, George Pickens. And that was a nasty move. Made it seem like he was going to cruise out of bounds and then cut back with more speed. Pickens, he did not look like this in Pittsburgh. But also, he didn't have the quarterback either. But he looks so much better than this team, man. But with the Raiders, are we sure Pete Carroll should get another year in Vegas? Because what's the point? I want to get more into the Raiders. What's the point if he comes back for another year? He's like 75. There is no point. This team is in a rebuild, and he only signed, what, a 3-year deal? He knows he's not the long-term solution. He's like 75. I feel like he's going to leave, and they're going to have to bring another coach in that's younger, obviously, if you're going for because you know you're in a rebuild. But the defense still has some flaws, but Quinn Williams does make a big difference. He's so fun. The defense still has flaws. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, this team's just going to make the playoffs now, because they have a tough schedule coming up. But I think the defense will be better. I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs. They probably won't. But who knows how this season's going to go. And the Quinn Williams trade probably doesn't change that in the big picture, in that picture this season. But he should make this defense functional moving forward. And that's why they did it. I'm not going to say they're dead yet. I mean, we have a chance, right? In a perfect world, the Eagles can be beat with how their offense is played. And I felt the defense is going to be better with Quinn Williams. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs, but who knows? I'm not going to give up on the season yet. Just play their best to win games. They have the hardest strength of schedule going forward. Eagles, and then the Chiefs in 4 days after that. So, if they can somehow win both those games, they're not dead yet. But I'm not just going to come out and say, oh, they're going to make the playoffs. But the offense didn't start off well the first 2 drives, but then after that they really got going. Dak had a good game. 25 of 33, 268 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions for Dakota Prescott tonight. You know, the offense had really been struggling the last 2 games against Denver. He had a bad game. Arizona wasn't bad, he just wasn't great. But then tonight he was much better. Didn't turn the ball over, most importantly, and had 4 touchdowns. And that was against the Raiders, but they held the Broncos to 10 points, and the Cowboys scored 33 on them. Javonte Williams, 22 carries, 93 yards, 4.2 yards per carry. Continue his great season. He's probably going to get 1,000 yards this year. Malik Davis, 4 runs, 20 yards, 5.0 yards per carry. He ain't really got many carries this year. Has he even been on the team? But anyways, 9 catches, 144, and a touchdown for Pickens. Like I said, I don't care what you have to do to extend George Pickens. Just dusted him on that 37-yard touchdown, but he's just so tough to bring down. But Quinn Williams made impact in just the first 4 series of the game. We'll talk about him in a moment. Lamb, 5 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown. Should have had 2, but he dropped a touchdown, but it wasn't that great of a throw either. Hunter Lupke, 3 catches, 36 yards. The fullback also had 1 run for 5 yards. Ferguson, 4 catches, 16 yards, and a touchdown. Brevin Spann Ford, 1 catch, 4 yards, and Flournoy, 1 catch for 2 yards and a touchdown. Defensively, I thought Deron Bland made some good plays defensively, as Raku was good. But defensively, 1 sack from Justin Houston. James Houston, the 4th IV. Half a sack from Kenny Clark, 1 sack from Odighizuwa, 1.5 from Quentin Williams. Also had like 4 quarterback hits. Marquise Bell with an interception that deflected off somebody's hand. Quentin Williams in the first. The defense still has flaws, I think. It'll still have flaws. And Aubrey was 1 for 1 on field goals. I think it'll still have flaws. But Quentin Williams will make a big difference. I think he'll free up all the other edge rushers because Quentin Williams is a monster. They'll look better when the new guys are full in terms of snaps. The guys, they look like your usual lousy selves. Overshown and Logan Wilson have been off the field. The times they've been on is very promising, to say the least. But I think they can just add another pass rusher in the offseason, and suddenly the front is looking nice. You have a decent pass rusher to pair with EZ, and you can have a decent and a good front with Quinn Williams, Ezra Raku, and if you want to bring some other guys, and if you have your draft picks, if you want to draft some defensive players up front. They gave up 6 points. They only gave up 6 points, or 9 points in the first half. I believe all of them were field goals. But Quinn Williams in the first 4 series of the game had 1.5 sacks, 4 quarterback hits, and a tackle for loss in the first 4 series of the game. So, great first game for Quinn Williams, man. Cowboys. Yeah, Cowboys improved to 4-5-1. The Raiders dropped to 2-8. They barely run the ball. They ran the ball twice in the first half. Genty ended up with 6 runs, 7 yards, 1.2 a carry. They only ran the ball 6 times tonight. Like, this isn't Pete Carroll football. 2 runs in the first half. Come on, man. Geno Smith, 27 of 42, 238, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. They're a terrible interception. All of his interceptions are terrible. But yeah, he also had 4 runs, 14 yards for Raheem Mostert, 2 runs, 6 yards receiving. Bowers, 7 catches, 72 yards. Trey Tucker, 4 catches, 47 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 3 catches, 33 yards. Genty, 6 catches, 27 yards. Thomas, 1 catch, 20 yards. Batch, 1 catch, 19 yards. Mayer, 3 catches, 13 yards. And Mostert, 2 catches, 7 yards. Defensively, 1 sack from Max Crosby, which forced a fumble, but that was it. Carlson was 3 of 3 on field goals, and the Raiders dropped to 2-8. Let's go quarter by quarter. Cowboys 3 in the first quarter. Really, the second quarter broke it open, 21 points. 7 in the third quarter, and 2 in the fourth quarter with a safety. The Raiders had 6 in the first quarter, 3 in the second quarter, 0 in the third quarter, 7 in the fourth quarter. Let's go to the team stats. Cowboys played excellent on both sides of the ball. 381 total yards, 267 passing, 114 rushing, 5 yards a play, almost 6. 24 first downs, 14 on third down, 1 of 3 on third down, 65 total plays. Well, the other fourth down, they just nailed the ball out after they got the fourth down stop. Only allowed 1 sack, 2 punts, 6 penalties for 50 yards, 1 fumble, no interceptions, 33 minutes time possession for the Raiders. 236 total, 209 passing, 27 rushing, 4 yards a play, 17 first downs, 3 of 12 on third down, 2 of 3 on fourth down, 58 total plays. Raiders 4 sacks, allowed 3 punts, 6 penalties for 40 yards, no fumbles, 1 interception, 26 minutes of time of possession. So yeah, just an ugly game by the Raiders tonight, but they've played terrible all year. But it's just every week the Raiders' offensive line gets obliterated, and obviously it doesn't help having Powers Johnson out, but the offensive line still gets obliterated. Yeah, great game from Dak. The defense played well. And versus the blitz, Dak was 7-9 for 102 yards and a touchdown, so even if they blitzed, it didn't matter. The Cowboys pressured Geno Smith on 16-49 dropbacks. It was just a true team effort. So yeah, good win, man. 33-16. Obviously, I'm not going to come in here and be like, oh yeah, they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to make a run. There's a possibility. You never know. I mean, I know the schedule's brutal because they have the Eagles next week. But the way their offense is playing, I feel like they'll have a shot to win that game. The other games, the Chiefs, with the way the Chiefs are playing, I think it's going to be winnable. The Lions, Vikings, Chargers, it's a bit of a brutal schedule, but, you know, these are the type of games you sign up for, to play these type of playoff teams in the regular season. So, we'll see. Not going to fully give up on them yet. They just have to dig down deep and try and win these games. But we'll see what happens. Next week, they play the Eagles, 4:25 p.m. They're playing at home. So I think they could have a good shot to win this game. I mean, first time they played the Eagles, they had a shot to win that. I think they could beat them next week. Not going to guarantee it, because the Eagles' defense has been balling. We'll just have to see. But yeah, Legal Outcomes are for more. Till next time I'm out. Peace. Have a good night.